Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the Time Machine as we head on back to 2003 for the next race of the 3YTV 2003 Cup Series. Here for the Armed Forces 200 at Dover. I am, of course, your play-by-play man, James Watson, joined as always by my broadcast partners, Victor Aldrich and Carlos Acosta. First of all, how are we doing tonight, Victor?
Doing great, James. Excited for the race here tonight at Dover. I always love these concrete tracks and see how the track reacts to the weather. So keep an eye on that sunshine or lack thereof and see how that comes into play today. How you been, man?
I'm doing all right, and yep, Lord knows this track is very sensitive to those weather changes. This track always really temperamental and hard to get your hands around. That's why they always call it the Monster Mile, as Miles the Monster looks over our competitors waiting to strike. So of course a 1 mile concrete oval, very high bank. Basically I always likened it to a bigger Bristol, twice the size of Bristol. So these competitors are gonna have their hands full trying to figure out how to make their way through this difficult 1 mile oval.
Yeah, those turn 2 and turn 4 exits always catch me off guard. I tell you, that kind of like almost raise up like a little speed bump and kind of upsets the weight distribution of the car. And it doesn't matter if it's a Indy car or a Cup car, Silver Crown, you know, these things, it's tough to get off of these corners at Dover.
Absolutely, you're gonna see a lot of cars struggling to hang on to it as they jump off or up the banking, rather.
A lot of horsepower too.
Absolutely, and new quick time McIntosh to the top of the charts with a 22.961 and that 09. To see Ethan Stanley on his qualifying attempt.
That throttle management, everything in these cars with how much horsepower they have and the slick surface here at Dover.
Absolutely.
We get the point standings up here, guys.
Here we are with the point standings. Tate Lyle, of course, your point leader. Tyler Fodine, Daniel Gore round out the top 3. Tyler Pops, Ryan Borges, the top 5. Leighton Norgard, Justin Wadsworth, Johnny Thomas, Ethan Stanley, and Jacob Adams, the top 10. Chris Wright, Caleb Becumer, William White, David Phillips, Connor Thompson, Paul Mikolajczyk, David Westergreen, and Paul Smollenberg round out the first page. You see Ty McIntosh continuing to hold on to that top spot. Oh, new quick time. The 69 to Daniel Gore jumps to the top spot with a 22.830. fantastic lap from Danny G, going over a full 10th better than his South Shore teammate Ty McIntosh.
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's a big jump there in lap time, but very close there with Westergreen, just 100th back of Gore.
Wow, look at that. Boy, these South Shore guys really found something tonight. 1, 2, 3 in qualifying so far.
The secret sauce.
Apparently. Oh, new quick time. Tate Lyle, the points leader, jumping up to the top spot with a 22.32, I believe.
Yeah, nearly by a 10th of a second over Daniel Gore, and Fody comes in with a quick time.
Yes, sir. New quick time. Tyler Fody with a 22.7. Okay. Oh, whoops. My bad. We were having some Discord stream issues, so I thought Fody jumped to the top spot. It is, but Tate Lytle is the pole man. Tyler Fody, not new quick time. He is, in fact, second on the chart. So our top two in the championship, starting top two in the race.
I think that's very telling with how tricky this track can be, those two being on the front row.
Yes, sir. Here is our starting lineup. The front row, Tate Lyle and Tyler Fody. Dylan Veer in the 57 and Daniel Gore in the 69 on row 2. Ryan Gable and Chris Wright on row 3. 22 of David Westergreen and the 6 of Justin Wadsworth make up row 4. Leighton Norgard in the 12 and the 4 of Johnny Thomas will round out the top 10. Ryan Borges in the 42 and Ty McIntosh in the 09 make up row 6. Row 7 features the 48 of Nick Massey and the 59 of Caleb Cumer. Tyler Popp in the 2 and Joey Bailey in the 35 on row 8. Will Rucker in the 17 and Andrew Hardcastle in the 38 on row 9. Ethan Stanley in the 91 and Dustin Dorr in the 32 make up the top 20. Joshua Chin making his return in the 93 and Sam Boutwell in the 21 on row 11. Connor Thompson in the 30 and Vincent Isabella in the 18 make up row 12. Jake Bams in the 88 and Mark Rabilis in the 99 on row 13. Row 14, Gavin Hibbs and the 996 of Gavin Higgins, although I think Gavin is race control, so he's technically not supposed to be there. And roll off in the 08 will roll off on the final spot of the grid.
Well, that couldn't be set up much perfect.
I know, right?
Great to see this field of cars, though, here at Dover. Very consistent all season with this deep field. I mean, anybody can pull one off here today.
Absolutely. They really kind of came out of nowhere with some of these qualifying laps. So it'll be interesting to see how everyone makes do.
But we just get the one lap here at Dover, so it should be pretty quick to the green flag.
Absolutely no waiting around here. Everyone's got to be really quick to get in control and catch up to everyone. Having some difficulties for my own sake trying to get used to this new UI. We are, of course, on the setup build, but the pace car making the hard left-hand turn on a pit road. Tate Lytle will lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We're underway at Dover. Tyler Fody inching ahead as we sail on down into turn 1. Fody's going to have that momentum off of the top side as we make it off of turn 2, barreling down the back straightaway. And Fody gonna clear Tate Lytle into the lead of this race.
Well, well, well.
Yeah, but here comes Lytle looking to the inside, trying to take back the race lead. Not
Definitely
able to.
Oh, sorry.
Go on, Victor.
No, just something to keep an eye on later in the race when we do have restarts. That outside line worked very well for Tyler Fody.
Yeah, that's the thing you see a lot here at Dover. You know, it's hard to really get a great advantage on the inside. The outside car has all that momentum coming off on the top side, and it's just difficult because the way the banking kind of jumps up when you're coming out of the corner, it just kind of compresses both cars, and you're never truly sure where you're going to end up on exit because of that incline you have to go on. So because of that, you can't quite get as close to the other car as you want because you don't know if you're going to survive the corner or put both cars in the wall.
Yeah, you almost feel more comfortable on the outside making passes here as the car kind of straightens up for that bump before you get to the exit of the corner. While you're on the inside, you're still kind of gathering yourself and your acceleration and feel a little worried about squirreling out into the car outside of you.
Absolutely, and you just can't see where the wall is going to come up. If you're the car on the outside, you know where you're going, and you have a much better idea on where that car is going to end up than the car on the inside, where you're having to make the guessing game for your own car and the car next to you.
Everyone did a great job here on the start, though. Very clean. Single file through most of the field now, but cars are looking for position, seeing a lot of sliding around off the corners.
Yeah, and you're going to see that quite a bit here at Dover. Dover always tends to be really loose on corner exit, even if you're on the tight side. Just the way this track is with the banking, it's so unique, and the cars just always struggle with it in some way, shape, or form.
See Westergreen giving a spot there to Norgard, not putting up too much of a fight this early in the race.
Yeah, everyone just kind of strung out here.
Yeah, good to keep an eye here on these two cars, Nick Massey and Ethan Stanley. Interested to see if they can come up through the field with Tyler Pop just ahead. A lot of big names here, a little bit mired back in the field, and not easy to pass here at Dover.
No, you gotta get a really good run. You need the car that you're battling to have some sort of issue on either corner entry or corner exit. You need to get to the inside, but you know, getting to that inside isn't always easy. At most, you can kind of get the nose in, but you're almost having to dive bomb. So it's hard to get that real good opportunity. As Hardcastle will be a little bit of contact coming with the wall coming off of turn 2.
Yeah, it's almost like you have to set them up a lap or two or a corner or two before by getting that run off a little bit, like diamonding the corner, and try to get them down the straightaway and have that advantage into the corner on entry that maybe that car on the outside will give you the spot and let up a little bit.
Absolutely. You made mention of it earlier. A bit of a surprise qualifying run for Ethan Stanley. He's a lot lower than I think anyone would have really expected right now.
Yeah, we didn't see what happened in qualifying. Not sure if he had an issue or anything, but like you mentioned, very difficult to pass. And when you're back here, I think you're going to maybe look at some different strategies. Should I say pit early?
I don't know if Ethan Stanley really wants to mess with that strategy anymore. We of course have just kind of coined it as getting Ethan Stanley'd.
Yeah, when you're this far back, though, it's almost like you have to think a little something different, maybe going longer, or I don't know, just it's so difficult to pass up tracks like this and think a little different than the leaders.
Yeah, but getting Ethan Stanley at a track like this is way worse because this is a very slow pit road. It's very hard to get down, and this is a very fast track. So more than likely, you're going to go 2 laps down when you make a green flag pit stop.
That's right.
Getting Ethan Stanley is a lot more of a race killer here than most other places.
Great racing though back here with these guys. I see, Ty McIntosh here too. So a lot of these veterans in a lot of series here with Elite, just really looking for a way by, and seems like just a lot of cars in front of them also have a lot of good pace too.
Absolutely, and I think right now Tate Lyle's actually concerned with his connection.
Oh, you heard over the voice chatter there?
That I did. He was asking, guys, am I still here? Did I go? What's going on?
Always a nervous feeling, especially when you're battling for the lead of a race and a championship at that.
Exactly. And speaking of battling, Nick Massey and Ethan Stanley side by side. Stanley able to get that pass done on Nick Massey. Joshua Chin trying to follow him around on the outside.
Yeah, great to see Joshua Chin having a good run here.
Yeah, it's been a minute since we've seen King Chin, a few races ago. So good to see him back.
Seems like Stanley might have found something, or the other cars in front are just falling off with their tires, but Stanley keeping up his pace and picking up another spot here on McIntosh.
Yes, sir. A good move from the 91 to Ethan Stanley. Now trying to get closer to Joey Bailey up in front.
Got 200 laps here tonight, so he's got plenty of time to come through the field still very early on.
Yeah, but knock on wood, this could potentially be a much quicker race than we've seen the last couple of weeks. We're longer race lap count, but only by a handful. And with this being Ryan Gable making some significant contact off the turn 4 wall. That's not what you want to do. You see, look at this massive humanity right here. Another battle with Bailey and Pecumer, and all of a sudden right here, Ethan Stanley up on the scene. Bailey and Pecumer continue to battle.
Please continue. I just had a problem with my stream here, so I do apologize.
It is not only you with that issue.
As well.
Yeah, we're back right now. Discord has been giving us some major issues. Those who tuned into yesterday's Microbiolus Grand National Series race at Bristol could see that we were struggling keeping everything running with some internal issues over at Discord, hoping they're not rearing their ugly head again.
It was conveniently timed with something I was doing with the new UI too, so I was like, oh, what did I do?
No, I was also messing with something on my UI as well. I think whatever I tried to fix made it worse.
It's update day here in iRacing.
And a lot of updates might do massive overhaul to the look and function of the UI in the sim. So it's a adjustment period for all of us, just trying to figure out where everything is now. see the battle for P3. Daniel Gore trying to hold off Dylan Javier and Leighton Norgard right behind.
Yeah, car's holding pretty steady here at the front, but one I'm keeping an eye on is that number 12. It's hard to miss him in this pack of cars. Very bright blue and pink. Looking good coming up through the field and now about to pounce into the top 3.
Absolutely. And we've seen Leighton Norgard do well at tire conservation races in the past, so not that much of a surprise to see him up here knocking on the door of the top 3. Here goes Norgard to the inside of Dylan Javier. Still side by side, and Javier clears. He claviered Leighton Norgard.
It's a good one.
Thank you. I'll be here all week. Surprised I got that high scores for that joke. Anyways, we see slow car to the inside of the track, Mark Robilas. Meanwhile, Wadsworth has joined the scene and he's heating up the rear of the 12s. Now, Dylan Javier trying to see if he can get by Daniel Gore or take the 3rd spot himself.
Yeah, it's getting busy here for 3rd.
This is starting to form a significant pack. Wadsworth looking to the inside of Norgard once again.
And you see Norgard doesn't put up too much of a fight there. I thought he might have more momentum on the high side, but at this point in the run, just not able to maintain, and Wadsworth able to clear.
Yeah, you wonder if Leighton is still just focusing on saving his equipment.
Yeah, very possible. Going up a little high, diamonding the corner for a little late apex, you see. Yeah, running a different line here than anyone else in the top 5.
Yeah, it's interesting. We'll see how it plays out for him on the tire saving side.
Pit
Oh,
road.
we see Ty McIntosh down pit road. Interesting strategy call.
Now that does seem a little early.
Yeah. I'm just thrown off by it, honestly. Can't quite seem to have the meatball. So
He may be parking it.
yeah, he's been off pit road for some time. I think you're right.
Driver exiting pit road is Trent Roloff. Had an issue. He was in pit road for about 7 minutes and change. Unfortunately, it was when we were having our issue, so we don't have a backup of it. Or a replay of it, I should say.
That is unfortunate for one of the new racers on the series, as we see Borges and Wright battling for position. Got Bailey and Chin side by side behind them. They are running way up the track. Wright gonna clear Borges.
Noticing at the front, again, Norgard actually falling back a bit now. I'm not sure if we jinxed him with the good old announcer curse, but those tires seem to be wearing off for the 12.
Yeah, kind of surprised by that. It really seemed like he was pushing it all that hard, but continues to lose spots. You see, he lost the spot there to Ryan Gable. Joey Bailey trying not to lose the spot to Nick Massey. He's gonna hang on the quarter panel of the 48. Jacob Adams hoping one of these two wins this battle so he can try to follow the winner on by. Meanwhile, Ty McIntosh did in fact retire from tonight's race.
Yeah, he actually just posted on the YouTube chat saying no problem sim-wise, he's just not feeling well and decided to park it. And that sucks. Hopefully you feel better, Ty. Get some rest.
Yeah.
Feel better, Ty. Always hate to hear that. But hope he does feel better.
Better for the lead, though.
And meanwhile, Chris Wright bringing it down pit road. Thinking interesting strategy call, but Lord knows Chris Wright playing a wacky strategy is not something we're not unused to.
Vitals really got to the rear bumper now of Fody as we're approaching these pit stops. Not sure, maybe he wants to try to get by before we enter pit lane. That might be a wise decision, but if he can get it done, that's another question.
And you look at Chris Wright, he also has no meatball or anything. So we'll see how this call works out for him. See Lionel continuing to stalk Tyler Fody all over the back of the 40. Whoa, tries to jump to the outside, almost didn't have the room.
Yeah, these guys know how to use all the track here at Dover, something I am very envious of.
Right? My form of using all the track is getting the wall involved. Chris Wright might be back down pit road again. So, bad day going worse for the 25, unfortunately.
Yeah, again, we're not seeing an issue as to why. He's just taking it down pit road.
Oh, big loose for Dylan Javier. Now, Leighton Norgard tried to take advantage, but Javier's going to have that momentum on the inside, but the momentum on the top side will prevail for Norgard for now. He's at least hanging to the outside of the 57. Norgard still there. Oh, a little bit of contact for the 12, and that's going to end his hopes of getting this position. Javier will clear. So Wadsworth watching the battle at Izmir, trying to drive away from that.
Now Wadsworth being very patient there in fourth place. Gore looking good in third, but these top two pulling away, looking like the class of the field yet again.
Absolutely. Once again, top two in the championship or top two in the race again. Don't look now, the 91's starting to get closer. He's made up a few more positions while we've been watching the rest. Oh, meanwhile, Dylan Javier had hit a moment of his own. Now Norgard trying the inside of the 57.
Yeah, first time going low in a while for Norgard. See if that can pay off for him.
Whoa, and he saw a sideways for Ryan Gable. As Norgard gonna clear Javier. And Tyler Pop on the seat. Oh, contact for Javier again on the outside wall.
Oh. Seems the handling's gone there.
Absolutely, and the two will clear. Dylan Javier starting to hemorrhage spots as we see we are at lap 50, and Ryan Borges is going to use this opportunity to make his first pit. I think now the pit window is open.
Yeah, this will put you right on the money for the three-stop pit here. And I think, you know, if you want to make the most of it, Unless it goes green, run it all the way dry. But oh,
Oh,
number
Connor
30 car.
Thompson
There's a
missing
meatball
pit
flag.
road. Interesting.
I don't see an issue for him. I think he just wore out his tires.
Oh. I have done that myself here, and it was a terrible feeling.
Andrew Hardcastle with a
Yeah.
meatball flag.
Wow.
Vincent
Yeah,
Isabella with
lot
a
of
meatball
cars.
flag.
Oh boy, more meatballs in an Italian kitchen right now. Disclaimer, I am part Italian.
One day I hope we can get the actual, like, deflated tires here in iRacing. That'd be great.
I disagree in so many ways. Knowing my luck, I know I'm gonna get hosed on that by a wide margin. But
You don't want debris too, like dynamic debris on the track?
no. I'm
remember
okay
the-
with some.
I
Go on,
remember
Carlos.
when I first played R Factor 2 on a league that had NASCAR cars in it, and I spun out, and it simulates flat spots real well.
I see.
My whole rig was shaking. It's like do.
Too many ugga-duggas. Yeah, I'm okay if some bits of realism never make it into the sim.
Yeah, no fire. That'd be good.
No concussions.
Yeah.
you hit the wall hard, and suddenly your game goes all blurry.
Kind of like Red Dead Redemption, you know, Grand Theft Auto.
Oh,
Nice battle
meanwhile,
up front.
yeah, while we're goofing off, you see a good battle for position, and you see pit stops continue to take place. You got the 17 of Wrecker. I believe I messed up and called him Little Wrecker early on in the reading off the grid. My apologies, but yeah, pit stops are getting completed here, and you know this is in all of NASCAR. This is the hardest pit lane, bar none. It's so difficult having to make that massive transition from the banking to the flat apron, the low grip apron, trying to avoid the wall while going down to a awful 35-mile-an-hour pit speed limit. It feels like you're crawling.
Yeah, I always take it extremely cautious on exit here at Dover, but those that are able to go full speed, on entry and exit, just able to nail that are definitely the ones that are going to make up the most time and most positions here, especially as we stay green for most of this race. And, I don't understand how they're able to hold that grip.
It's spun to the
big
inside!
wreck. That's the
And there it is! And they're still wrecking! David Westergreen is demolished!
Hate to see that. Oh, no.
Wow.
Is that Wadsworth?
Oh, poor David Westergreen. Something happened to Justin Wadsworth to get him turned. My goodness.
Yeah, Javier and Wadsworth making contact.
And then what happens while Wadsworth is spinning to get this massive wreck after the fact?
I think it was contact with Javier.
Oh, Javier gets run over from behind. Oh. Let's see. This is going to be one heck of a view for David Westergreen. And, nothing he can do.
That's terrible.
Heartbreaking for D. West.
Cars on pit lane as we speak. Hitting lap 62 as they come down.
Sir, and I think we'll take this opportunity, take a break, take a breath, and we'll be back soon. Alrighty, we are back and we are already 1 to green here. It's going to be interesting. The caution did bite quite a few that did make their pit stop early. So we're going to see a few cars here on the inside lane that our lead lap cars are going to have to worry about here.
Something I'm noticing here, take a look in 5th place, none other than Ethan Stanley. He's made it up to 5th already. Must have had a great pit stop there.
And he almost was involved in that incident. You see that 91 was right in the middle.
Fody gonna lead the field down to green.
Yes, sir. Pace car making that hard left-hand turn on a pit road. Tyler Fody will lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We're back underway at Dover. Oh, we're going to be 3 wide going into turn 1.
They make it work so far.
Does anyone notice something missing here?
Yeah, it's the number 56 car. He's back in 13th place. I'm not sure what happened.
Yeah, that is major implications for how this race is going to end up.
I didn't check back if he had any contact in that incident or if he had any problem under the pit stop, but now running behind Wadsworth, who again was around in that most recent incident.
Whoa, big moment for Leighton Norcar having to make a heck of a save. Holding on to that 12 car somehow. And here
Nice
comes
job.
Chin trying to make his way past.
Lytle, though, just keep you updated, not wasting any time back there. Almost up to the top 10. He's up to 12th currently.
Whoa, contact!
Oh, there goes.
Isabella and Rucker. I think Rucker,
Saved it.
Yeah, I think Rucker gave a little bit of a hip check to Vince Isabella.
Score.
Yeah, that 18 car is not happy right now in many ways.
Huge pile of cars here, just all stacked up.
Yeah, this is a massive humanity you never want to see. A group of cars at Dover is called a nope.
Yeah, the 17 and 18 in this group of 5 cars are actually a lap or more down. So it's really only the 3 cars in the middle that are battling for position.
See in the background of that, Lytle getting past Johnny Thomas.
Yep, cracking into the top 10 and now looking to get past these cars who are all, like we just mentioned, pretty stacked up.
Tate Lytle sending it off into the corner. Gonna clear Vincent. Tate now trying to get by Pecumer. And will just about do so.
Up front, we got a great battle for second as Pop's trying to hold off, or trying to get by Daniel Gore, and Gore doing a great job at holding him off.
Yeah, it's a pretty big gaggle for the leads. You see the 91 right behind, and Norgard hanging on as well. Yeah, Stanley's going to get there. He sails it off into the corner. I think Pop made a little bit of a business decision.
Yeah.
But move Ethan Stanley up to P3.
Stanley going high in the middle of the corner and trying to arc it low at the exit. That's a very popular line here at Dover.
Absolutely. You see him starting to gain a little bit on Daniel Gore.
Yeah, looking really quick right now. Maybe enough to challenge the 40 car up front.
Meanwhile, we only have 14 cars on the lead lap right now.
Wow.
That caution did no one any favors.
Really didn't feel like there was that many cars involved, but really, yeah, it took out near a lot of contenders there.
Yeah, and trapped a few other cars multiple laps down as well. You know, Nick Massey, he was having a good run, but he made that pit stop, and now he's 2 laps down.
Oh yeah, so cars got caught under the yellow there that made the pit stop.
And meanwhile, here Stanley looking to the inside. Daniel Gore. Whoa, so close going down into turn 1. Gore holds serve on that outside, but they are gonna be even as they come out of turn 2, sailing it off into 3. Gore gonna clear and hold on to this spot. Tyler Pop gave Ethan Stanley a break, but Daniel Gore is doing the opposite. He is fighting hard for this P2 as they are still right there on the back of Tyler Fode for the lead of this race.
Stanley's ability to get off the corner is just so much better, I feel, than anyone else right now. He's just got so much momentum that he carries, and really committing to that low line and sending it in there on Gore a lap or 2 ago. That was really something.
Absolutely. Joshua Chin also starting to make his way on the scene. He's not that far behind these top 5.
Yeah, nice shout out for Joshua Chin having a great run here as well. He came from pretty far back in the field.
Stanley, oh, so close behind Danny G.
See if he tries to square him up here off of turn 2. Go a little high and get that late exit down the backstretch. There he goes.
Oh, he's going.
Maybe that's a bit.
Yeah, a lot of high. Too high. Almost gave Tyler Pop the opportunity. Excuse me, the opportunity to take third back.
By the way, for those that heard an engine blow up, an engine did blow up, but it was from Chris's right machine, who's been in pit road for about 18 minutes now. So left the engine running and got a little too hot, a little too toasty.
Yeah, I think we can wager that Chris Wright is super close. Stanley trying to do everything he can to get by. Meanwhile, Tyler Fode is starting to pull away while these two are battling.
Almost like that caught Stanley in an awkward spot where he had to try to make the pass, even though he wasn't ready to.
Yeah, meanwhile, Andrew Rucker has retired from tonight's race.
Now here's a good run off of 2.
There he is. He's looking.
Galvin
We
just
go
gonna
to
meatball.
Ryan Gable. Yeah, and I think that's for cause. Yeah, that 01 car does not look happy. Meanwhile, side by side, Stanley trying again on Danny G.
Nicely done for second place. So Gore has had a good look at the lead all day. Maybe the second quickest car next to Tate Lytle, who's a little bit mired back, but Ethan Stanley now going to put his sight on the leader.
Boy, howdy, Ethan Stanley got real close to that wall. I think he teeny tinily grazed it. There was a little bit of dust off of the wall, but the lightest little tap for Ethan Stanley. Nothing to worry about as he tries to take over the lead from Tyler Fode.
Yeah, these two no strangers, not only in the Cup Series, but as well as IndyCar, always running towards the top of the field, and excited to see how this one turns out.
Yeah, they, you can say that for these two in all 5 of the Elite Series.
Yeah, incredible to see the range of some of these drivers that we have and ability to perform so well in multiple kinds of vehicles. It's not easy to do.
Yeah, I mean, you look back just a handful of weeks ago, Ethan Stanley won like a race in all the series in 1 week, except for getting wrecked in IndyCar. So
I did not know that. Wow.
Yeah, I was getting a little burnt out of having to say, and Ethan Stanley wins. But it just goes to show you the unbelievable level of talent from Stanley, Fode, Lytle, etc. These boys put the elite in the elite racing leagues.
You know, that kind of reminds me of like a Kyle Busch like sweep of an old NASCAR weekend.
Absolutely.
That's incredible, though. But yeah, here we go now for third. I'm seeing Pop's got a good run off of 2.
Yeah, he pops to the inside, trying to get by Gore. They're gonna be pretty equal.
Gore giving lots of room.
And here comes Norgard trying to see if he can sneak by Pop on the outside. Nothing doing, and oh, Norgard got the wall a little bit.
And there is a certain black and silver 56 car lurking in the background and will be on the scene very shortly.
Yeah, he's about a second and a half of making this 6-way battle for the win into a 7-way battle for the win. Almost sounds like you're ordering something off of the Skyline chili menu with the 7-way. As here we go, Pop to the inside of Daniel Gore again. Norgard trying to square up to see if he can follow through, but they are still side by side.
Oh.
Ooh. That might be enough. And there it is. Tyler Pop clears for third, and now Norgard trying to follow through.
Yeah, Norgard trying to capitalize.
Yeah, Danny G start to fall down the running order. Whoa, almost a little bit of wall for Daniel Gore.
And Gore very quick. We know he's fast, so hopefully just get his rhythm back. And but having a little trouble right now with this part of the run.
Yeah, maybe the tires quite aren't up to snuff anymore for the 69 car. Norgard tried to take it, and he will. And now Danny G has to worry about Joshua Chin. Oh, but Gore trying to take the spot back from Norgard.
That could make things pretty easy for Chin, though. Might get a good run off of turn 4, get right to Danny.
Whoa. Bit of a wiggle from Gore. And here comes Chin around the outside.
Yeah, I don't think that's actually Daniel's preferred line being that low. It's really affecting his tires even more so.
Absolutely. As you see, Chin just about cleared. Oh, Gore slides up a little bit. That could have been bad.
He's trying to go as high as he could there.
Chin will take over the position, and now Daniel Gore has to worry about the points leader, about one car behind him. Nick Massey trying to see if he can get by the 69. Massey hoping against hope that he can maybe try to drive up and get one lap back and get that crucial caution.
Rapidly approaching the halfway point. Incredible race here so far, especially among the top 10 cars.
Absolutely. See a little on back just to Wadsworth. After being in that incident, he was the lucky one of anyone involved. He's still holding on to P10 right now.
They may be suffering from a bit of damage, but making the most out of what could have been a disastrous day.
Absolutely. Stanley continues to beat on the rear panels of Tyler Pody.
Tyler Pop really closed back up on these top 2 as well, so we know that everyone here in these top 4 or 5 spots has pace enough to maybe challenge Tyler Pody, and Pody maybe just saving tires, but these guys are quick and just probably waiting for their opportunity.
Norgard right there as well. Here comes Joshua Tin trying to join in on the fun.
Boy, that line that Norgard's running is something else.
I know.
Just sending it up the track and then back down.
Yes. So far, things are kind of settled, if you could say that, but I believe pit stops are going to be on the horizon here.
I imagine we're at least halfway through that fuel tank by now.
I believe we are too. Wild towards the back. Tate Lato got by Daniel Gore.
Stanley, good run off of 2. Gonna bide his time though a bit. Norgard sending it.
12 sliding up a little bit. That could have been bad, but we stay clean and green.
When your natural line is to send it up the track, you know, like he's been doing lap to lap, and then you go to make a pass on the inside, your natural instinct is still to go up the track. And nothing you can do about that. The car is going to do it. It's used to it. And fortunately, no contact me, but that was a close one.
Yeah, it's a lot harder to do that lane, that line. There's a car right next to you.
Fortunately, didn't use eight tires. You know, we've seen that a few times, but
yeah. Norgard, a little bit of wall contact as this battle between him and Chin continues. Surprised Chin hasn't really tried to make a move here.
Lytle back behind this group of 5, being very patient with Nick Massey too. I'm interested if he's kind of like, hey, let me by, you know, let me get up there to the leaders, but probably understands the position Massey's in as well. You know, if you're in Lytle's position, you probably want to get by as quickly as possible.
Yeah, Massey agonizingly close to getting one of those laps back. But Tate Lytle moving to the inside of the 48.
There we go, right on cue.
Yep, he completes the pass. So you see this battle. Gable getting by McHumor and Borges and Wadsworth side by side.
Yeah, some good racing back here, further back in the pack. A lot of different lines being used as the tires are wearing out.
Here's Connor Thompson down pit road. Better pit road entry for the 30 this time around. See up in the top screen, Tyler Popp got really close to the 91.
Yeah, he's getting some great runs off the corner and looking inside here off of 2.
Stanley holding on. Stanley going pretty wide, but that's going to give him a lot of speed off of the corner. Tyler Popp giving him plenty of space.
Isabella's got a flat tire up ahead.
This is going to be interesting for our race leaders.
Can he keep it down the... Oh, close call.
Yeah, but you saw while that was going on, Popp completes a pass on Stanley. Stanley gets the wall. And here comes Chin. Yeah, you called it, Victor. He's to the inside of Norgard.
Great battle here up front.
And look who it is. Look who has joined the tail of this pack as Norgard makes contact again.
Into the top 5, Tate Lytle.
It's the last thing you want to see if you're Tyler Fode right now. See Chin maybe looking to the outside of Stanley. Coming up to the black car of Vincent Isabella.
Now, the new tires will be a big difference here. So it's interesting how it works out with some lap traffic. See Gavel actually here coming by Tate Lytle even at the back of this pack. He's got such pace.
Yeah, lap traffic making things interesting. Isabella goes by the 40, and Tyler Popp trying to follow him through to take the lead of the race. Nothing doing though.
Yeah, very interesting variable occurring right now with these lap cars. Just at least a second a lap quicker right now than our leaders.
Absolutely. See Gable going by Chin. Going by Stanley.
Very clean, too. That's what's important. You know, when you're doing this, a little nervous as the lap down car. Just do not want to be involved in any of this. Just get my lap back and I'll sail on and we'll see you later.
Yeah, sometimes you feel like the biggest jerk trying to do this, but, you know, you're well within your right to do so. You've got your own race, your own things to worry about, so just got to do what you got to do. Gable will go by the 40, get one of his laps back.
And I heard someone else maybe with a black flag. I couldn't quite pick up the driver. I think Daniel Javier, or Dylan Javier, sorry.
He does. Meatball for the 57.
Oh, contact off of 2 between Stanley and Joshua Chin.
Yeah, you saw that. No real incident though, as Chin will clear Stanley, take over third.
Yeah, I think Stanley just got loose and nothing that Chin did and, to run him up the track or anything, but they did make contact on exit.
Yeah. As you see Tate Idle getting by the 91 as well. It's like Ethan Stanley. Yes, sir. He's starting to burn off those good years.
Yeah, losing a lot of time here in that 91 now. But probably very aware of the way things have gone this season and trying to stay out on track as long as possible.
Yeah. Now he has his hands full with a late Norgard behind. This big pack is starting to spread out. You've got top 2 and then a little bit of a gap back to Chin and then another gap back to Lytle.
And Joshua Chin, very impressive here today. I'm telling you, he's having an incredible run in that 93 car and now looking to maybe challenge for the lead here. He's really got some good lap times, a 24-1 last time by. Just the same as the leaders, now quicker than the leaders, or quicker than second place that time by Fody with a .106. So looking really good in third place.
Yeah, and Lord knows Joshua Chin is one you always got to keep an eye on. Of course, one of the best IndyCar drivers out there, but definitely just as skilled in practically anything else, really.
Yeah, he started back there with the likes of Ethan Stanley as well, and Ty McIntosh, drivers like that, and so he's really made the run up through the field, similar to Stanley, but able to hold pace with his tires late in the run.
Speaking of tires, you got Nick Matthews fresh from pit road, trying to get one of his laps back.
All right, now something to keep in mind here. Our first pit stop, we came under yellow flag, and that was after 60 laps of green flag racing. So right now we're at 75 laps remaining in this race. Can these drivers extend this run out far enough to make it one more stop on fuel, or are we going to see a splash and go?
Ooh, that would be a big ask. I'm curious if they could do it, but it's Lord knows it's not going to be easy.
Yeah, not at all. I imagine if they can make it to lap 135, at least maybe lap 130, they might be okay.
See, Fody has put the distance between him and Tyler Pop. It was close, but not anymore.
6 car on pit lane.
It's one of your first of your lead lap runners to bring it down.
Here comes Tyler Pop.
Now, this is going to be what causes the movement here. What do the rest of the cars that Tyler Pop was running do? As Gore gets by Stanley. Tires on that 91 car are gone, and here he is. Ethan Stanley will be bringing it down this time.
Yeah, he just didn't want to be the first car down pit lane. He's okay with being the second one, though.
Still within Ethan Stanley range, though.
Yeah. Keeping a close eye on the 40 car of Fody. Still out on track, and how this is going to play out once the cars cycle through their pit stops.
See Borges in as well in the 42.
There we go. Actually, 40 going right by Tyler Pop on track. Obviously not for position, but 2 laps back. And so there is our meter right there.
91 away from his pit box. Bodie continues to stay out. Lytle in.
Yeah, it's a big stop here for the 56. Bodie coming down.
Yes, sir.
Trying to limit the damage.
Yeah. Now it looks like Daniel Gore will take over the lead of this race.
I really think Tyler Pop might have enough speed now in these couple laps to get by Fody for the lead when this is all said and done. But if Fody will be quick enough with the fresher tires to get right back by.
Absolutely.
69 laps remain here.
$67 laps remaining.
Also, you see, I was incorrect. Danny G not leading the race, I do believe. Norgard hasn't stopped yet, has he?
Neither has Chin.
No. And
Yeah.
Tyler Pop has about a 2-second gap now over Fody as Fody exits Spain. So very interesting there. That is your net lead. And he has a significant gap between himself and the former leader of Tyler Fody.
Yeah, how interesting. We watched Johnny Thomas circulating the track. Back to Daniel Gore and Elate Norgard battling. Gore side by side with Norgard. Norgard going way up high by the wall, and that will allow Gore to get through easy.
Chin missed pit road.
Oh, wow. That is huge.
So that gives the lead to Daniel Gore as Joshua Chin went from first to third. And probably going down pit road this time by. Is he going to make it? Yes, he is.
That is one of the best in the world making that mistake. He just like me, for real, for real.
Yeah, you talked about it earlier. You mentioned how difficult it is to get on pit entry here, especially with the worn front right tire. It is really tough to turn that car on that low apron. So Tyler Pop has a 3.5-second gap right now over Tyler Fody. And watching lap to lap, not seeing much difference in lap time. In fact, Pop much quicker.
Yeah, as we see a late Norgard on pit road now.
A 22.921 put down by Tyler Pop. Unbelievable. Fastest lap of the race.
Tyler Pop starting to bring the heat as we get to the closing laps of this race. See Norgard back on the racetrack.
Peter pit road.
Yes, sir, there's Danny G. See Chid behind Joey Bailey trying to get by.
I tell you, if this stays green, and I know Tyler Pop hopes it does, this could be one of the best calls of the season. Just incredible the amount of distance he's been able to put between himself and Tyler Fody, who dominated the entire first half of this race.
Absolutely. And we saw him almost bring home the win at Atlanta a couple weeks ago with the fantastic strategy call.
Lap times aren't too egregious.
Yeah, look at that. Everything's pretty close.
Yeah, I guess we might have to wait till the very end of this run to start seeing any sort of fall off by Tyler Popp, and then maybe Fody can catch him in the closing laps. But other than that, I'm not sure we're going to see that gap really shrink too much.
Wow, this is going to be an important pass for Tate Lytle to try to see if he can pull off and get those extra points on his main championship rival.
And again, this is all considering that they can make it to the end, which we are just assuming. They stopped right at that cusp of if they can make it or not, so I'm not too sure or convinced even.
So far, so good for Tyler Popp as he starts to gain on some lap traffic here. See Ethan Stanley all by himself.
And having a great race, up 15 spots from where he started. Made a good call early on to get himself into the top 5 with that tire strategy, and has just stayed up in the top 5 ever since.
That he has. As Tate continues to stalk Tyler Fody.
Someone will give a shout out to, oh, caution.
Caution.
Oh, chaos! We got a caution! Oh, Joey Bailey.
I was just going to say how well he was doing. Up there at 6th spot. Unbelievable. Heartbreaking for Bailey.
This Tyler Popp is going to be Joey Bailey's #1 hater.
Yeah,
Potentially. Well, you know, before I say anything, let's take a look at what happened. He may have gotten some help. That's the wrong person. Oh.
Yeah.
he sure did.
Leighton Norgard is going to be Tyler Popp's most hated. No, wait, I got it backwards. Everyone down pit road.
Yeah, get those fresh tires.
Yes, sir. In the meantime, we will take a break and take a breath, and we'll be back shortly.
hot.
Alrighty, and we are back in the pace car making the hard left-hand turn on a pit road. Tyler Pop will lead us to the restart zone.
Check who's in second place. It's Tate
Yes,
Lytle
sir.
now.
Green means go. We're back underway at Dover. Tyler Pop with a good jump, trying to sail away from his combatants. See a lot of cars going everywhere, trying to make moves. Lytle will clear. Fody will try to follow him through Nick Massey, but nothing doing yet. So we're 3 wide going down into turn 1. Oh boy!
Contact.
Woo! That was close. Daniel Gore with Chin all over him. Chin trying to look to the inside.
Boy, Pop is just taking off at the front of this field, which is a bit of a surprise to me. He's just kind of left Tate Lytle in his rearview mirror.
Absolutely, but he's got to be careful. This is still going to be a long run. He doesn't want to burn them tires off too quickly.
That last lap, Tyler Pop set the fastest lap of the race.
Yeah, 0.754. That is quick. 2/10 quicker than his previous quick lap.
See Thomas battling with Wadsworth and Norgard. Oh, major issues for the 08.
Contact with Dustin Dewar, I believe.
Able to keep it green here and bring it to pit road.
Oh, look at the 48 powering to the second in line.
Yeah, Nick Massey getting by.
Could maybe help out Lytle. I know he'll have a bit of dirty air to contend with, but now that he doesn't have to worry about Massey running all over his rear bumper, he can focus forward a bit more and maybe try to follow in Massey's tracks.
Absolutely.
Sometimes you need that rabbit out front, right?
Indeed.
Well, let's take a look at those lap times.
Tyler Pop's like a greyhound right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now Pop is shot off like a cannon, and the question is, can the tires last the 45 odd laps of this green flag run? Excuse me, the 50 laps of this green flag run, because he is not holding back, as Tate Lytle and Fody have nothing on Tyler Pop right now.
Yeah, you see those laps there, and actually each one of them is almost faster than anyone else's fastest lap in this race so far. So that goes to show the speed that he is putting down.
Yeah, if he can hold on to this pace, that's just unreal. But my worry is that he will not be able to.
Now, James, you're always pretty good at, I feel, saving your tires and being able to hold on for the end of a run and just kind of wait and be there for the end. How do you do that with such patience and being able to kind of not overdrive the car, like when you have a lap car pass you or you have someone in your rearview mirror that you know you need to keep behind, but they're definitely quicker, but you need to save tires at the same time?
Yeah, it's like an internal clock, so to speak, that's just ringing in my ear telling me that I'm pushing too hard and to back it down. So when you're in a situation like this where you're having to save but still having to push pretty hard, you just gotta focus on your inputs and what you're getting from the tires with auditory feedback. You know, try to at least make sure you're not getting a whole lot of tire squeal and scrubbing. That's gonna really tell you how hard or how well you're saving tires.
It's great feedback there. And also anything you do on the entry to the corner, are you lifting earlier to try to save that right front?
Absolutely. I lift early. turn early and just kind of lightly trail brake and set it off into the corner. And that's what I found to be the most successful.
Yeah, these guys working hard with coming up on 35 laps to go, and time's running out for not only Tate Lytle, but everyone else here to catch up to Tyler Popp, who put in some amazing first 10 laps under this green flag run.
Absolutely.
He said, not today. That caution is not going to be what decides my race.
Yeah, this is still a hefty lead as we see
Go third.
Lytle or Stanley and Fody battling. Stanley trying to get by Tyler Fody.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
both cars shaking off of turn 2.
see Ryan Borg just watching this battle right in front.
It's like they got the synchronized wobble over the bump, you know?
I know. It's such a sight to behold.
You know, last week we even were at Darlington where you have a very similar situation there off of turn 2 with that kind of hump. So these guys having to experience and get used to that sensation week after week here.
Absolutely. And you see Ryan Borges, of course, watching this battle. He is laps down, unfortunately. Him and several others were Ethan Stanley early on in the race.
Oh, he was one that took an earlier stop, yeah.
Indeed.
Yeah, showing he has good pace there, hanging with these guys in the top 5. Just too bad for Ryan Borges running 13th, like you said. It's been having a great year, though, that 42 car.
Yeah, a couple great results for Ryan Borges. A few top 3 finishes here. So a big bummer for him that luck was just absolutely not on his side tonight.
Song remains the same up front. 2-second gap between Popp and Lytle. Running 23.8 second laps.
Meanwhile, this is the closest battle on the track we are watching right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Stanley and Fody have been tied together for most part of this race. Only the first 50 laps or so were they not near each other, but Stanley was able to claw through the field up to the front and really put himself in position for a good finish today.
Absolutely. We see them on track together practically almost every race, it seems like.
At what point do you exchange holiday cards, you know? Oh, behind them, almost a crash. I think that was Daniel Gore completely sideways off the front nose of Joshua Chin.
Yeah, those two have been battling pretty hard as well. Looks like they almost battled too hard.
Not anything nefarious or anything, but I think maybe Gore got just a little sideways or lifted and Chin wasn't anticipating it. Cost Chin a spot or two.
Yeah, unfortunately I had to take it on the chin with that incident. So now he tries to track down Justin Wadsworth.
I'll give that a 7.5. That was pretty good.
I was wondering if anyone picked up on it.
Gap growing between Fody and Stanley now. It seems Fody finding a bit of pace here towards the end of the run. Gap is coming down a little bit between first and second, but still over 1.5.
Meanwhile, this is a man that continues to lead this race.
Pretty similar lap times that lap for Pop and Lytle. Now we're closing up on 20 to go.
Pop and Lytle sounds like a name for a new dance craze.
Oh, it was, you mentioned that with being a good name for a band with Pop and Gore. I remember a few weeks ago.
Yes.
That's so good.
The puns are bountiful. Anyways, we are just about 20 laps to go here at Dover.
Gap came down quite a bit that lap. 0.2 quicker for Lytle.
That's not what Pop wants to see. Tate just 1.6 seconds back.
Yeah, I think we're seeing a bit of that wear starting to show its ugly head for Tyler Pop. He got the gap early, but is going to pay it in the end of this run.
Yeah, he is going to be on the defense now. Again, not a whole heck of a lot of battles going on right now. Everyone's just trying to hold on for the most part.
Now, in this situation, do you like to be the one chasing down the leader, or be the one leading already and kind of just trying to hold your breath for the last 20 laps?
I have a penchant for not holding up the best when it comes to high pressure situations. So, 6 to 1, half a dozen, or the other. Obviously, you prefer to always want to be the leader, but
Certainly.
yeah, that means you just gotta be perfect sometimes. And being perfect is not easy.
Especially with that intimidating black and silver paint scheme just lurking in your rearview mirror, you know? L2?
Yeah. Lord knows Tate's got that intimidate button going. Tyler Pop wishes it was the share draft.
See Pop using a different line there, trying to find some momentum off the corner down the straights.
Yeah, that's interesting. Although the thing that Tate Lytle does, or Tyler Pop does have in his favor is, you know, it's not always the easiest track to pass on Dover. So he's got that as a bit of a trump card.
Yeah, it's one thing to get to the rear bumper, it's another to make the pass, as they always say.
And it's not like Tate is coming at such a fast rate to where the pass will be inevitable. It's only just a little bit here or there, which it bodes well for Pop.
Yeah, just enough for a little side-to-side contact, you know? Do some rub in there in the final lap or two. He's going to get there, though. Time is running out, but under a second now. Lytle is almost there.
crossing the line here will be 10 laps remaining in this race. And Tyler Fody has just crossed into the 1 second mark, or has broken the 1 second mark, I should say, as he's now 9/10 of a second behind your race leader, Tyler Pop.
It'll allow traffic ahead of Pop. It's not going to, I think, affect him too much as Thompson pulls down down the track. But we still have one more lap car here. The dirty air will affect him a bit, but seeming to be able to hold on a bit quicker than Lytle that last time by.
Yeah, so far things still looking good for Tyler here.
I think if he puts together, another 3 or 4 laps where he keeps this gap, it might be enough to hold him back to the finish.
We have 8 laps to go here at Dover, coming to 7. Tate Lyle trying to run down the 2 and get himself yet another win this season.
Now Lytle giving it everything.
Yes, he does. He is down to 7/10 of a second.
I think it's kind of slowed
Tenth
down
of a
recently.
second quicker.
Yeah, he's not having the same speed advantage that we saw earlier.
Yeah, Vincent Isabella ahead of your race leader. Is that going to affect the final outcome?
Hey, Isabella not making it easy. Let's see what happens off of turn 2. Oh.
Ooh,
5 to
Tate
go.
barely scraped the wall.
Yeah, well, you see, Tate's giving it all she's got.
Yeah, it was a bit quicker that time by, but not by nearly enough.
Ooh, Tate in the wall again. Yeah, Tate's getting loose. I think he may have used all of his tires as this last lap. He's going to be losing time to your race leader, Tyler Pop.
Yeah, that might be all she wrote for Tate Lytles. We got 3 laps to go here at Dover. Tyler Pop, just an absolutely incredible performance from him. 2 laps to go as we see Thomas and Pecumer battling for position farther down the field. Tyler Pop has been so close so many times throughout this season trying to get that win. He almost got it at Atlanta, but was not able to track down Tyler Fody. Now, in almost the exact same fashion, just reversed, he was the one that everyone needed to chase down. And you know what? It doesn't seem like anyone's gonna do it. It doesn't seem like he will be chased down going into turn 3 off of the final corner. He's gonna tame the monster. Tyler Pop wins at Dover.
What a win. Great job by Tyler Pop. Wow.
Absolutely. What a incredible performance from the 2 car.
Yeah, he put it all together here today. This would not be denied.
Ooh, little contact.
Little love tap.
Celebratory contact, yeah.
Yeah, very happy for him. Tay Lytle congratulating Pop over the microphone there.
And he's gonna burn it down. There is your winner, Tyler Pop, with a fantastic win tonight.
He's been waiting to do those. Very well done on the start-finish straight.
Fantastic donuts. Very well deserved from Tyler Pop. So he continues to burn it down to the inside wall, Jimmy Johnson style, like we saw way back when he was celebrating his win in the Madagascar car with the rainbow wig and everything.
Yeah.
Got the race results up on screen. Tyler Pop, your winner of the Armed Forces 200. Tate Lytle finishing second. Didn't get that fifth career win here in the 2003 Cup Series. Tyler Fody in third. Ethan Stanley fourth. Daniel Gore getting a nice top 5 finish. Joshua Chin finishing in sixth. Good recovery from that pit road mishap. Justin Wadsworth in seventh. Aleda Norgard in eighth. Caleb Pacumer finishing ninth. And Johnny Thomas getting himself another top 10 finish. Dustin Dewar, fantastic job for the man here. In 11th place, Joey Bailey in 12th. Had a top 10 going, possibly a top 5. Fortunately got spun by Pacumer there to bring out that last caution, finishing in 12th. Ryan Borges in 13th. Sam Boutwell 14th. Nick Massey 15th. Jacob Adams finishing in that 16th position with Vincent Isabella in 17th. Connor Thompson finishing tonight's race in 18th place. 19th will be Ryan Gabo, and David Westergren will be rounding up your top 20. Trent Roloff had issues all night and finished in 21st. Same thing with Andrew Rucker in 22nd. Dylan Havera finishing 23rd. Andrew Hardcastle in 24th. Chris Wright blew up a couple motors in pit road and finished in 25th. Ty McIntosh, unfortunately not feeling well, had to park it really early into the night, finishing in 26th place. And I believe that is actually going to be... Oh no, Mark Robinas also ran laps. Mark finished in 27th, and last of all the drivers who actually started tonight's race as Gavin Hibbs, and I believe race control Gavin Higgins didn't start tonight's race. So let's go ahead and bring in some of the see if we can bring in Tyler Fody. I can't see, is Tyler Fody in the waiting room right now, guys?
No, Tate Lytle is.
Tate Lytle is. Who's the other guy with him?
I'd say for now, let's go ahead and start with our second place man, Tate Lytle. Victor, take it away.
Hey Tate, Victor up here in the booth. You got me?
I got you. You're loud and clear, brother.
Awesome. Congratulations on the run again. Another great finish here in the series. You're just having an incredible season. I know it wasn't the win you were looking for, but second place is always great. You're happy for Tyler Pop as well. Anything you might have been able to do different on that restart? Maybe keep up with him and try to burn those tires off, or was your strategy the one you would have stuck with kind of be more patient?
I don't know if I really would have done anything different there. I definitely would have not sped on pit road 50 laps into the race, kind of set us behind the 8-ball a little bit, and kind of felt like we were playing catch up the entire race. And was able to get back up to 4th or so that long run, but our tires were so scorched that I think 3rd was probably going to be our ceiling had it gone green. So the caution kind of helped us, and then was able to jump Fody on pit road, which is who. I mean, Pop's kind of in the championship picture, but it's kind of me and Fody right now in the points. And he, I think he still gained 5 points on me because I never did lead a lap tonight. So finish second and lose 5 points. That's how tough it is. But yeah, speeding up pit road, obviously no one to blame there but myself. I was looking at the new overlays because iRacing just got a major update. Literally, this is the first time they've changed that since I've been on here. And that's been 14 years. So I got on and I was like, what in the hell am I looking at right now? Because I'm just so used to looking where I'm looking, and it was kind of not really sure where to look, but still no excuse to speed on pit road. It's kind of a rookie mistake. And thankfully was able to get back up there, but I needed probably 10 or 15 more laps to really get the Pop and have a chance at passing him. But he earned it. he drove a great race, and he drove another great race in Atlanta, and probably should have won Atlanta. So he was overdoing the series and in Elite in general. So good win to Pop. And shout out to Days Gone By, Vintage Racing Apparel. Shout out Dad and Fam if you guys are watching. I don't know if soccer's over quite yet, but hopefully you won, Louise. Yeah, hopefully next week we can get back into the winner's circle.
Yeah, I know you mentioned you got to get out of here kind of quick, Tate, but thanks for stopping in with us. Great job again on second place. Going to be a good run to the finish here in the championship. Excited to see how it all plays out. Hope you have a great rest of your evening, man.
Thanks, you guys too. Should be a good battle between me and Fody, and I mean, there's a couple lingerers there too, so you never know. Catch y'all next week.
Congrats.
Yeah. All right, now we're waiting for our third place man.
Go ahead and bring him on up. Here you go, guys. Tyler's here, guys. Go ahead and take it away.
Tyler, James in the booth, you got a copy?
I do, yeah.
All right, well, another fantastic run for you tonight. We saw you pretty well dominate the early portions of the race. You were doing a great job controlling everything and keeping everyone behind.
Yeah, that's about where it ended, though. Just another one that got away. Frustrating night, honestly, with how that played out. Yeah, felt like I could maintain in the early part of the run, and then the last 20 laps or so, I could just pull away with how the tire saving was going. And yeah, knew there was going to be one more pit stop there to make it to the end, and we had been going green for a while, so I was really only worried about Tate because of the points situation, and Pop had kind of snuck into the pits, I think 4 or 5 laps before I did, or 4 laps before Tate did, because then once I saw Tate pit, I went the very next lap and got back out in front of him, and Pop had like a 3-second lead just from the undercut, which was kind of crazy, but I don't know, with how, if it would have gone green the rest of the way, just with how the tires were working for me, I was kind of okay with it at the time with him getting the lead, and was just going to bank on running it out because we had about 60 to go, and it was going to be quite the stretch there. So yeah, just was focused on saving the tires and was planning on catching back up to Pop at the end there, and then we got a yellow, which just kind of ruined everything there with about 50 or so laps left. And don't know what happened in the pits. Somehow I let Tate jump me in the pits, which really just kind of sealed the deal there. And yeah, just got stuck behind Massey the last run. He couldn't do anything. So I'm really happy Tate didn't win again for the points situation. And yeah, I guess we'll take third.
Yeah, and you still ended up gaining on him, oddly enough, which was huge. So this championship battle continues to come down to the wire.
Yeah, we'll see. Gave away a ton of points at Darlington on my own doing, hitting the wall, getting damaged. But yes, 5 or 6 races left still. A lot can happen. So just got to be consistent and just see what happens.
Alrighty, well, any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you got for us, Tyler?
Yeah, just all the Lake Norman guys there, Gavel, Caleb, Dylan, all running good. And shout out to John Cutlip with JD Designs for painting all of our cars, and then shout out to you guys being up here in the booth. And I also shout out to Pop. That was his first win in any kind of elite series, so was just talking to him there, but he's pretty pumped up, so shout out to him.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you, Tyler, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Alrighty, now there's one last person to talk to. Tyler, Pop, James in the booth. You got a copy.
I do, James.
Well, it's a long time coming there, friend. You had some fantastic runs early on in the season. You almost got it done at Atlanta, but this time you bring that win home now.
I can't believe it. I mean, I can. I think I've been in the league for 2.5, 3 seasons now, 3 years really, and always felt like I was fast enough. That was never the problem. But I definitely feel like I had to improve a lot recently. And it's just really helpful with these cars. Just they suit my driving style so well. And Dover as well is a good track, but you never really know. But yeah, man, does it feel good to get the monkey off my back and finally get one.
Yeah, you drove a great race. The that strategy call to get yourself the lead, you nailed that. Take us through what went through your mind to throw that strategy out there.
Yeah, of course. Well, new feature on iRacing. I don't know if you guys know, the UI changed. I didn't remember how many laps I could go on a run, and then my crew chief was like, "Hey, we can make it from here." I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. That's new. Didn't know that." And then I don't know if you guys saw like Christopher Bell's tangent about complaining about being last on pit road every single week, and it's screwing him. So I think I've lost a couple, and even in this league this season, by waiting a little bit, and I've seen people get burnt by that as well. So come in, get the advantage, and yeah, I mean, if that caution didn't come out, I think I was way in the clear. So it feels good to have to win one with a restart, be the fast car, and just stay in front of guys, no luck. So I think that's what makes this feel the sweetest.
Yeah, and take us through that final run. Like, you had some unbelievable pace. Like, we were worried that you might have had too much pace, but then Tate never really caught you enough to actually take the win off of you.
Yeah, I mean, if you're saving, then they're going to be close by you. And I just wanted to get it as far away as possible, because I knew on old tires, again, with this car, it's so hard to pass. So, he would have had to catch me. So I figured I was just like, just go get out there as far as you can. I was trying to save a little bit, don't get me wrong. I'm sure the nerves were making me push a little harder than I needed to. But go get out there, get in front of them. Don't even look at them in your windshield. Just keep your eyes on the road. Hopefully they don't catch you. And then he started chipping away, and obviously the bad thoughts came in, tried a couple different lines, and then just stayed committed to the bottom. And I knew he probably had to burn his stuff up to get to me. So yeah, I mean, everything just kind of played in my favor. I mean, I started 15th, drove up to almost 3rd on that first run. So I knew I was fast. I knew I was good at saving tires. I just needed things to fall my way, and they finally did.
Alrighty, well, Tyler, any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give?
James, Carlos, Victor, just wanted to thank you guys for broadcasting this series. We finally got a couple good races in the row that, the cautions have subsided, which is great. Just everyone in the league, Tate, Tyler, guys at the front, race me clean every single time whenever I am up there. And, it's, again, it's a great league. It's extremely hard to win in this league, especially just with pure speed if you're not getting lucky. So it's a really, really fun group to be a part of. And then the sponsor of my car, Intel, we're a staffing firm that I help run. And that's just pretty much it. Just going to go and celebrate this win, claw back into the points race, and be back next week.
Alrighty, well, we appreciate you, Tyler, and hopefully we're talking to you again in 2 weeks.
10-4, guys. Have a good one.
Alright, there's your race winner, Tyler Pop. Well, Victor, another fantastic evening of racing. Another nice and clean race,
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's unexpected, like Tyler was mentioning with the level of competition we have in this series. The outlier was actually those kind of rough races, so good to see some good racing getting on track here, and just thrilled for Tyler Pop getting that first big win and what appears to be a classic setup for the rest of the season here. I feel like the championship can go all sorts of different directions with just such a great level of competition, though, and I don't know if you caught, but a great insight about Tate Lytle speeding on pit lane. There's that new UI actually catching some of our best drivers out already, and going to take some time to get used to that new feature. And Tyler Pott mentioned how it actually helped him. So interesting how that's coming into effect with our races here already, and they'll have a couple weeks to get more used to it before we're back for Rockingham.
Absolutely. Just well, yeah, I think that about does it here for us. So, for my broadcast partners, Victor Aldrich and Carlos Acosta, I'm James Watson. It's time we bid you adieu and see you a couple weeks from now.